Most people think that getting a classic, ornate rug means signing up for a lifetime of stress and professional cleaning bills. You see those intricate Persian-style patterns and immediately worry about a spilled glass of wine or a muddy paw print. But this 9x12 piece from the Lyndhurst collection is a bit of a curveball. It looks like something that belongs in a formal parlor, yet it is built with a synthetic polypropylene weave that feels surprisingly resilient underfoot. It is not trying to be a hand-knotted heirloom, and honestly, that is its biggest strength. Because it is machine-made, the pile stays right around half an inch, which is that sweet spot where it feels plush enough to be comfortable but not so deep that it traps every single crumb or pet hair. Speaking of pets, the fibers are surprisingly good at resisting the usual wear and tear. You can tell it is designed for high-traffic zones because even after a few weeks of heavy foot traffic, it does not show those annoying flattened paths that cheaper rugs develop almost instantly. The ivory and tan color palette is classic, but it is also forgiving. It is light enough to brighten up a room, yet it has enough depth in the pattern to hide the occasional speck of dust that you might miss during a quick vacuuming session. Now here is the thing about these synthetic materials. They are incredibly easy to spot clean. If something drops, a little bit of mild detergent and a gentle blot usually does the trick without leaving a weird, stiff patch behind. It is not going to shed all over your floor either, which is a massive relief if you have ever dealt with those wool rugs that seem to produce a new carpet's worth of fuzz every time you run the vacuum. If there is a downside, it is that because it is a large, machine-woven piece, it might arrive with some stubborn creases from being rolled up tight in the packaging. It takes a few days of laying flat or maybe a little bit of weight on the corners to really get it to settle into the floor properly. It is not a deal breaker, but it is something to keep in mind when you first unroll it. Also, while it is durable, it is still a synthetic fiber, so it does not have that heavy, weighted feel of a high-end wool rug. It is lighter, which makes it easier to move around if you like to rearrange your furniture, but it definitely needs a decent rug pad underneath to keep it from sliding around on hardwood floors. At the end of the day, this is a solid choice for anyone who wants that sophisticated, traditional aesthetic without the anxiety of keeping it pristine. It is practical, it looks far more expensive than it actually is, and it handles the chaos of a busy household without breaking a sweat. If you want the look of a classic Oriental rug, but you actually plan on living in your house, this is probably going to be a pretty smart addition to your space.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.